Well, hello there, Libra. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your April career and money tarot reading. So this is good from now until about mid-May. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And this reading is good for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if the message doesn't resonate here for you, you may want to check out one of your other signs to see if there's a message there. All right, let's get into your reading. Let's see what we have. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power at faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. I'm laughing because Gemini had that same card. The Panther Spirit is really about stepping back into your power. Understanding that there could have been a situation or, a relationship, like a work relationship or something, where you kind of like lost your power for a little while. And those situations happen, but it's almost a reminder. It's time for you to step back into your power. And if it's also okay, when you step into your power, it may mean that you want to get into a boat and go somewhere else, right? Sometimes stepping into our power means that we're willing to make the changes that we need to make in order to be more authentic to our true self. So let's go to the tarot. Let's take a look at your present energy. Then we'll take a look at your biggest obstacle over the next couple of weeks. And of course, your obstacle is what you will also be overcoming. And then we'll take a look at advice from Spirit about your next best steps. So let's see what we have here. And we just had the full moon in Libra yesterday. So that, it's kind of a nice energy of releasing anything that truly is keeping you from being balanced in your life. Part of it could be that reclaiming your power is that you have felt unbalanced. Perhaps your career or your money sector has been either really stressful, or perhaps it's, just taken a lot of time and energy away from other things that you would like to do. Yeah, because look at this. We have present power and we have the Three of Cups. Really kind of celebrating who you are, kind of stepping into your energy of, being your true authentic self and celebrating it. It's no longer kind of like, okay, I'm going to try to please other people or stay in line or play the game, a little bit of that play the game at work or something, the politics of your workspace. It's kind of like, no, I'm stepping into my power. And perhaps after a long time of feeling a little bit fragmented by what is going on in, your work or your career or your money sector. It could be for some of you, especially, with the economy the way it is, you could have been kind of like, having money invested in different areas, feeling like your money was a little bit scattered, and then trying to step back into your power by kind of consolidating it or looking, at where you are putting your money, what you are investing it in, and asking yourself, do I feel powerful with my money there? Is my money, is my money in a powerful place? Really taking a look at that. And then you have a fiery climax approaches. So there is this energy where there's something about to kind of like, a conversation or a situation, and you're ready to step into your power. There's really this strong energy of understanding that it's time for you to get really focused on what it is that you want in a certain situation, right? To do with either career or money, and understanding that, okay, it's time for you to get really clear with yourself, Libra, because you like to have harmony and balance in your relationships, right? And I feel like this is a situation where you're going to have to stand up for yourself. It's almost like a precursor, this is a message to let you know it's time to get really true to you, is what they're saying. True to you, and be strong. to know, look at those eyes, like super focused on what it is that you want for yourself. And then being willing to speak your truth, to let people in your life know that that is the direction you want to go in. Yeah, because look at this. You have your higher self and Nine of Cups, envisioning what it is that you want out of your life, and then knowing, okay, that it's your duty, okay? That's kind of, it's your duty to go after what it is your happiness is. It's understanding that it's time for you to step into your power. I feel like there's somebody in your life, and that, could be in your work environment, or it could be in your personal life. Somehow there's somebody that I feel like you're going to have a conversation with, that, it could be your boss, and you're kind of like, okay, when I took this position, I was told I would have some creative autonomy, and all I'm doing is kind of the same thing every single day. I want some time of the day to be put towards creative projects. Or you may be saying, I thought I'd be in a leadership role now. Whatever it is that you feel like your power, you're not in your power. You're not able to step up and either be the leader that you want to be, or perhaps even, walking away. I think it's almost, it really is a little bit like you're almost saying, yeah, this is what I want. And if I can't have it, right? If it's not available to me, then I'm going somewhere else. I'm willing to move towards what it is that I truly want for myself. And then you have your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, I think that that's part of your power, is whether you realize it or not, you're not communicating clearly, both to yourself and to the people in your work environment, what it truly is that you want. It's about finding that clarity. What is really going to make you happy, Libra? Stepping into that energy, and then knowing that once you get really clear with that, you're going to have the focus that you need in order to step into your power. And then you have the be the real you. Oh my goodness. Incredible, because I hadn't even seen this. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And once again, I feel like, it's almost as if you're trying to, I'm going to say this, and it's almost as if you're trying to be obedient. You're trying to follow the rules in your workplace, right? Or the political status, or whatever. You're doing everything by the rules in order to keep that harmony that you love, Libra, right? But this is something is happening in either your career or your personal life that's affecting your money or your career. It's kind of like, yeah, it's time to have this conversation. But I think that conversation starts with yourself. What is it that you truly want? I feel like you may be having a hard time putting it into words. I would really, a lot of times a vision board is great, but I almost feel like you need to take out a piece of paper and a pen, right? Or get on your laptop or something and really write out in words, what is it that you really want? Because even, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but I think the problem here is that you're not able to communicate, okay, to use the words that you may need to use. It's almost like the people that you're dealing with in this situation aren't hearing you, okay? And it's almost because you're not really clear about what you want. I think you may know what you don't want, but you're not clear yet about what it is that you want. And that's perhaps taking, that full moon in Libra may have helped to clear out some of that energy. And now about what you don't want, and now is really about stepping into that energy of what do you want? What is your heart desiring? You have the Nine of Cups. What are you wishing for? So let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah, I feel like you're looking at something as an ending, like an ending that happened before. And it's almost like you're revisiting it. So it does not have to be the same situation. It does not have to be the same people, right? But something that you experienced previously, is now those same feelings are coming up in this situation in your career or money sector, right? It's almost like a repeat of something that happened. Now they're saying 2008, and Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, and now it's just moved into Aquarius. So it could be, in 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn, there was a financial crisis, okay? And now the economy is a little bit unstable. You could be even feeling like, oh, I'm repeating 2008. It's almost as if, oh my goodness, this is deja vu. That's the type of energy. And it doesn't have to be, necessarily with your money, but it could be that there's something that is going on in your life that is very reminiscent of perhaps something that happened around that Pluto transit in 2008. Something that is kind of coming back up for you. And it is about knowing that you have gone through that one time. So you have at least one time, all right? So you have that wisdom, that knowledge of how to move through that or to overcome that obstacle. It's understanding that that gave you a little bit of training for this situation. And you can move through this powerfully, where in 2008 or whenever this situation happened previously, you may not have felt like you were powerful, right? Like the situation was powerful or more powerful than you. It's kind of like you can flip it. Now that you've already gone through this experience, kind of like, sit with that for a little bit. What were some of the feelings that you had? How did you handle that? What helped you to overcome that obstacle? Because that is what's going to help you with this power. And then be honest with yourself. Yeah. And then back and forth, a time for healing. Yeah. I feel like this is really a time for healing. I feel like there's a conversation that's going to occur, but that is an opportunity for healing, whether healing in that connection, okay, or healing to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to close this cycle out. I'm ready to get in my boat and I'm ready to go to the next thing, right? Either way is very healing. And then being honest with yourself. I'm not going to say, Libra, that you're being delusional, but there is a little bit of this energy of feeling like you can't be in your power, feeling like somebody else has your power or a situation has your power. It's almost like you're not looking at other available options. Maybe just brainstorm some of the options that you have. If you're unhappy at work, okay, what are your options? And before you jump into, oh, well, I have no other options, sit with that for a minute. Because when you even say the words, I don't have any other options, you're giving away your power. Your power is when you say, I know I have other options. Let me look around. Let me see what's available to me, right? When we react very quickly, it's kind of a closed-minded energy instead of being open-minded and saying, okay, what are my other options? And for some of you, I do feel like there is, okay, this is not going to work for me. It could be that when this same kind of situation happened previously, whether it was 2008 or not, right? You could have just stayed there. You may have felt like you had no other option, right? You stayed in the job because it had the benefits. It was a regular paycheck, whatever it is, you had kids that you were providing for, you had a mortgage to pay. All of that is true, right? It's not about not being honest about what, or radically accepting the burdens that you may have or the responsibilities that you have, but it's also about recognizing, okay, what other options can I find for myself? Because then you're taking your power back. When you feel as if you have no other options, then you truly are giving your power to the situation. Yeah, this is beautiful. I feel like you're trying to heal, perhaps, a little bit of a family situation or the sense of responsibility around a family does not have to be. But we have the Queen of Pentacles here, the Aquarius energy of really dreaming big. What is it you would like to create for yourself and for those that are closest to you? Because the Queen of Pentacles is home and hearth, right? And I feel like you want things to work out. You want to be able to have this happy environment around you. And I feel like for some of you, that happy environment is not part of where you are working, or it could even be in your personal life, because that affects your career and money sector. It could be either the people that you are working with, it's not getting along, or in your personal life, you feel like you're not getting along. You feel like, okay, it's not working, right? So it's about looking at options, Are these people that I really want to be with? If it is, then how can we work together? What are the options? Let's brainstorm. Let's think out of the box with the Aquarian energy there, right? Let's think out of the box. Let's compromise. Let's be open-minded. Let's have this conversation that may need to be had. If it's, if it's not going to work out, if you ask yourself, are these people I really want to be around, and they're not, then asking yourself, why am I not getting in the boat and leaving? Coming to that conclusion. And it doesn't mean you have to go in tomorrow and quit your job, right? But it might mean that, okay, I'm going to start looking at other options, whatever that might mean. And taking your power back truly, just because you're being honest with yourself that you do have options. There's always choices. There are always choices. Okay, so let's take a look at what your advice is. Yeah, so you have the victim mentality, kind of being honest with yourself. Are you allowing yourself to feel like somebody else in this situation has the power and you have no power? Understanding that a powerful person does not necessarily stand up and bark, right? It's almost like growl. I'm going to say growl because it's a panther. It is, though, about the way that you show up. There's a lot said in your body language. There's a lot said in the way that you conduct yourself. If you show yourself, if you handle yourself in a very respectful energy, right, then you will also attract in people that, are respectful to you. It's understanding that whatever might not be working in this situation for you, it's communicating that not just through words, but it's communicating it through your actions. The way that you talk about yourself, the way that you talk about the people that you work with, is almost a little bit of, okay, I'm going to be in my power, but my power doesn't mean that I have to, well, what would we say? It's a little bit about, the negativity. I feel like the negativity, kind of being stuck in the negativity instead of staying in your power. Yeah. And then you have trust the guidance you're receiving, and you and your loved ones are safe. So I feel like for some of you, if you're thinking about making a change, right, taking your power back and making a change in your career and money sector, or perhaps in your personal life that would affect your financial sector, to know that you and your loved ones are safe. It's about taking back that energy of I have no choices, and recognizing I do have choices. I may have to look for those choices. I may have to think outside of the box. I may have to ask my spirit guides and angels for help in finding those, right? Because it says, trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. In other words, you're getting the message of how you can get back your power and either get the situation to work that is good for you, right? That is a good outcome for you, or finding new choices. You're getting that epiphany. Yeah. So, and it says, I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. It's understanding that your angels, your spirit guides are with you at this time and trying to help you find those other options, or helping you to see things in a different way so that you can step into your power. Really powerful. All right, so let's see. Curiosity. Be spontaneous, wonder, move forward, look ahead, and stretch above your present circumstances. Yeah, once again, looking outside of, the comfort zone, looking outside of the box, thinking, okay, I'm going to get curious, instead of saying, okay, I have no other options, right? And getting kind of stuck in this energy, saying, okay, I'm going to open myself up. I'm going to get curious about other jobs that are available, other ways to invest my money, other places that I can live, other careers I can go into, new businesses that I can start. It's very Aquarian energy. Curiosity is very Aquarian. It's kind of like, okay, this area that I'm in, I'm not confined. I can take back my power and I can start looking for other options. Wow, beautiful energy there, Libra. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.